growth strides. Going through the mental game. I had the opportunity last year to get the experience of playing. Not much freshmen get that opportunity. So once I had that opportunity, I took advantage of it. But being out during spring, I grew the mental aspect of the game even more. And now being in fall camp, it puts a lot of new things in a better perspective for myself.
Jalon, I understand you to be more inside now. Are you still cross-training inside, outside, and just what's that? How do you feel about that transition, and what's that transition been like?
Right. I think versatility is a new age of the game. Personally, I love being able to play both sides of the ball. Being inside backer gives me the opportunity to play on first and second down, and when it comes to that outside backer role, being able to play on third down as well is great. Rushing the passer is another strong suit of my game, and taking that opportunity is another chance for me to thrive on the field.
Yeah, given the uniqueness of what you do, is there anyone you sort of watch or look for, whether it be at college level or at the NFL level, to sort of see, okay, I can model my game after them and sort of do what they do?
Correct. Me personally, being here last year and going to that Florida week when Nolan Smith got hurt, that opportunity of him throughout the rest of the season, him coaching me and being a part of my life in general, gave me the best opportunity to grow from his game and just learn. It's all about learning. That person right there put a lot of aspects and things for my game to succeed to the next level.
You pretty much did everything in high school, including rushing the passer. How much of that immediate ability to get after the quarterback dates back to what you did in high school, and how much different is actually playing traditional inside linebacker now, getting off the ball, and how the different viewpoints, if you will?
Right. I think I took that freshman year campaign for myself to get comfortable. I started at inside backer that first half of the season, and that spring as well. Me just getting familiar with the inside backer game. For spring as well, like I said earlier, that mental aspect of the game, putting on me, it helps a lot, to just know what you're doing. I felt like my freshman year, I didn't know quite what was going on, but now being able to develop during the spring, the mental aspect of the game, I feel like it's been very beneficial for myself.
John, you brought up Nolan. I can't imagine anybody bringing that level of electricity, but who has stepped up in that vocal role that Nolan held so prominently last year?
Correct. I have to give that energy to the linebacker room of Jalon Johnson. He brings the energy for us, and as well, Kamar Lassiter as well. Those guys, I say, are juice guys who gets us going on the defense side of the ball. It just keeps us going. The game's about energy, and they bring it all day, every day.
Do you see yourself graduating to that as time goes by? Can you be a juice guy?
Yes, sir. I plan. I'm a vocal guy. Throughout the year, and I plan to bring all my energy. Just me being on the field brings me so much energy and joy because you can't take anything for granted.
Jalon, what was that relationship like with Nolan, and when you look back on that time playing with him, what specifically do you feel like you learned from watching Nolan?
Right. I felt like that relationship with Nolan was great. I got the opportunity to watch him get drafted. I went to his draft party.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a very humbling experience. Watching him live my dream. I want to be in that position like that one day. And having someone as young as I was, I want the younger guys to look at me and be there for me when I have the opportunity as well. But me going out and watching him, it's just the aspects of his leadership that he had. He was a vocal guy. He was an on the field leader. He was an off the field leader. Those are the things you want to have overall. So.
You say being on the field brings you joy. How much opportunity do you think you have this year to get on the field? What's the competition like for snaps?
Right. I feel like it's very competitive. Now having that opportunity to be on the field for myself, I take every day not with a grain of salt. I take every day with pride. I take every day that you don't know when your last snap is, and I take every day with hard work and a positive attitude that when I have that opportunity, I need to seize and count and attack it.
Obviously, guys like you, Michael, Malachi were able to make instant impacts in their first season as true freshmen. Who in this true freshman class would you say for us to keep an eye on in terms of making an instant impact like you guys did?
Right. I feel that we had a great freshman group come in during the spring. The guys that came in the spring and the guys came in the summer. I can't quite put a single name on that freshman group, but I do say that freshman group overall is very talented. That watching them throughout practice and seeing them grow from spring and seeing them overall growth to the fall now, it's just incredible how much development over the time that really occurs. So.
Yeah, your dad was a college coach. How much did having that, experience of him, working in college and helping prepare you for this journey, how much did that help you?
Right. I appreciate my dad so much because this opportunity was in front of me before I even knew it. Watching him give pregame speeches throughout the years, hyping his team up, and seeing his players go throughout life. It's a great opportunity because when I was a younger kid, I used to run around the locker room, play around with the players overall, and seeing the younger kids now, the coaches' kids as well, do the same thing I did. I really appreciate it because they took the time to play with me. They took the time to give me guidance. They took the time to be that older brother role for me. So overall, it was just a great opportunity.
Yeah, Jalon, I know stepping away from football just a little bit, I know you had the opportunity to attend, and correct me if I'm wrong, the Black Student Athlete Summit, as well as other things like the Student Athlete Advisory Committee. First of all, just how were those events and being able to attend those? But second of all, how much did it mean for you to be selected and to be chosen to attend those and to represent the University of Georgia?
Being chosen to represent the University of Georgia, it means a lot. There's a lot of us. It holds a high power to represent the G. And being able to represent the University of Georgia athletics and plus the football team you can't take it for granted. Not many guys get to do it. And being in that seat of representing them and being at the SEC, society and council, it was a great opportunity getting to meet various people throughout the SEC. I think that I didn't get the chance throughout the season to speak to the guys on the field. Seeing that helmet off the field, gave me a better understanding, a better relationship, like who these people really are, and it was a great opportunity.
Jalon, I'm asking all of Georgia guys this, but regarding a three-peat, I want to be careful the way I say it because I know you guys aren't thinking about it. I know it's not a goal for you and all that kind of thing. But from a historical perspective, you guys are college students, you're educated. Do you feel like there's an appreciation for it? It's been since 34, 35, 36 since anybody's pulled it off. So do you realize if you were able to do it, what an accomplishment that would be from a historical perspective?
It would be a great historical feat. I know that it hasn't happened in a long time. And having that opportunity before us, we won't take it for granted. It starts for game one. It starts for tomorrow. Our goal here is to make history every day. Making history every day is what we plan on. So that history we just made at today's practice. And then tomorrow we'll do history, making history at the next meeting, history at the next team event. Overall, it's just an opportunity for us to seize. And once we have the opportunity, I think be in the right hands of our preparation, things of that sort to attack it. So,
You got time for 2 more questions?
You mentioned the freshmen that came in the spring and how much they've grown. Troy Bowles did not do that. How much have you seen him grow and develop since he got here this summer? And have the two of y'all bonded over the fact that you've got dads the coach?
Correct. Having a dad as a coach, me and Troy, we appreciate it because we know how much it goes into the part of being a coach. We know the vigorous hours of them being on the road and recruiting and being with their team, and just overall, sticking together is what we've been doing. And watching Troy over the summer, develop with strength, football knowledge, it's great to see. I like to see progress and growth through anybody. I feel like it's the best thing for a young person to do, and especially for myself to do, just grow. Just grow.
Jalon, how difficult was it during the spring, having to just watch while you were recovering, and just how are you feeling physically at this point?
Right. Personally, that spring opportunity of me being out and having that labrum surgery for myself, I took it not like many people would take it. Guys would take it as in, I'm gonna fall off from the game. But I feel like I gravitated more to the game, on the mental aspect of learning what's going on in this defense, learning why we do this, learning why we do that, and just over that time of recovering, I feel great. I feel like I have a brand new shoulder. I feel like I'll be 100% for a good time. So.
Do 1 more question here.
Thanks, Leah. I don't think Kirby could have said that "make history every day" quote any better. That was really good. I think Kirby Smart's gonna like that. As far as history goes, was that the hottest scrimmage in history? And can you tell us what it was like on the field last Saturday?
I personally feel like the hard times make us better, and it was hot, but hot is not an excuse. It's really not an excuse here. We have a certain standard that we uphold, and I feel that the scrimmage we had was a scrimmage for us to develop and grow off of. But it was hot, but we can't make that an excuse of what the outcome and results that we had from that game. So.
Thank you, Jalen.
Thanks,
Thank you, Jalen.